Constructing your life is about much more than just building a bank account. Each week, join real estate entrepreneur and mindset coach Austin Linney as he interviews guests who are constructing their dream lives and impacting the world around them on a daily basis. If you're an entrepreneur or wanting to start a business, or you just want to hear motivating stories of how others have overcome the odds, you are in the right place. And now for your host, Austin Linney.
Hi guys, welcome back to Construct Your Life. This is Austin Linney here with your Friday rant. Today what I'm going to talk about is emotions. Oh man, if you haven't noticed already after all the episodes, I'm a very emotional guy. It's how I've always been. I've always wear my heart on my sleeve. And the reason I wanted to talk about this today is it's a very interesting topic because I've been studying over the last couple of weeks and months, behavioral investing, why investors do what they do, why why stock traders do this, why people do that. And it's very interesting that I don't think the general public, the mass of people understand that there's a lot of what we do is based on us not being able to handle our emotions. And there is something that happened 10 years ago, a year ago, or 6 months ago that a mom or dad or brother or sister or aunt or uncle or girlfriend or ex-wife or whatever that did something to us that set in within us a trigger. And when somebody that doesn't even know that that's a trigger for us says something, then we attack them with our emotions. And then that gets us out of who we are. And then we go do things we shouldn't do, whether that's spend money, drink too much, drink and drive, whatever that is. Make bad investments, say something you shouldn't say. And we need to get back to the fact that understand that extreme ownership fixes everything. Because yes, that person might have said something that offended you, but it's also on you to control how you react. And my theme going into this last year in 2020, not knowing COVID was going to hit, was emotional stability. Because too many times in life, I get very excited. I get my hopes up, my expectations up, and then I get disappointed. Or what I used to do is I used to put men up on a pedestal, men that I respected because I'd never had a great relationship with my father. And they would do something to upset me that they didn't even know they were in a emotional contract with me because I never told them. It was just me putting that expectations on them. And then I would say to myself, here we go again, somebody else letting me down. And it was almost like I craved the negativity. It was almost like I craved the obstacles, the self-sabotaging shit. And sometimes we get these emotions, right? And we get so comfortable in these emotions that we don't even know why we're feeling the way we're doing. And then we turn on Netflix or we start drinking or doing drugs or whatever, or lashing out at people around us. And so I want to send this message out to everybody to basically have you take a pause. Like take a pause when shit goes south and stop playing the victim mentality, because everything that we do in this world is a choice. You have a choice to wake up. You have a choice to not go to work. You have a choice to eat. You have a choice to drink water. You have a choice who you spend time with. You have a choice what you put in your body, what you put in your ears. So when you can stop bullshitting yourself that you don't control anything and you can step outside of your own childhood bullshit emotions because you're getting triggered by something that happened 15 years ago, which might be valid or invalid, it doesn't matter. But we must remove our ridiculous emotions out of the deal, because I want to ask you a question. And if you start observing this, you might actually see it more than you think. How many times are you around public or you see somebody that you know, and we've got 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old people acting like a bunch of 2-year-olds, acting like a bunch of 10-year-olds, flipping people off on the road, acting like people aren't human, treating people shitty at restaurants, shitty at... Guys, we have become so detached from understanding that the person in front of us is not the one with the problem. You're the problem. And the way that you react to the problem is the actual real problem. And so you need to wake the fuck up and take responsibility of how you are reacting to your kids, to your spouse, to your employers, to your friends, to your family, and have a little compassion in your heart. And stop jumping down everybody's throat because you're offended with some bullshit that somebody said, because it triggers some emotion inside of you, instead of taking a pause and breathing it out. We've become a society of having to have an answer for everything. You are entitled to take a minute and breathe it out. Separate yourself from that environment. Take it down a notch. Respond tomorrow when you can think with a clear head, and stop feeling the need to play into the motion. Stop doing it. Do not do it. Because all you're doing is adding gasoline to the fire. And so I beg of you, I really want this to sink in, is that emotional stability. It's why I've studied Stoicism. It's why I've studied philosophy, because they taught teachings to keep a neutral way of thinking. Not too high, not too low. It doesn't mean I don't celebrate. It doesn't mean I don't get upset. But understanding that in the barometer of that middle ground is happiness. Is making sure that we're not flying off the handle and treating people with disrespect. We've got to get back to humanity, man. We've got to smile a little bit. We've got to help our neighbor out. We've got to be kind to ourselves, first of all. A little grace with ourselves. And calm the fuck down and start having a little fun. When the hell did this world become so goddamn professional and so boring as shit? It's annoying as fuck. Nobody has fun anymore because they're too worried about tapping into their BS fucking emotions. Breathe, dial it down a peg or two, and dial up the fun, please. Jesus Christ. It's ridiculous. So emotional stability, guys. Have a little fun. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your neighbors. And I hope everybody has a great day and got some value from this. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to Construct Your Life with Austin Linney. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to rate, review, subscribe, and pay it forward by sharing with a friend. Most importantly, take this opportunity to start constructing your life by taking immediate action on what you learned. For show notes, resources, and more information on one-on-one coaching with Austin, visit constructyourlifepodcast.com.